I said, Rock, I'm going to do this, this, and this. He never said nothing. Later in his book, he wrote, I was blessed enough to have Steve Lombardi be my very first match. He said, but he did not know that I went in the corner and wrote every word he said down on a napkin.
Hello everyone, this is Bill Apter at the Charlotte, North Carolina University, beautiful Hilton Hotel. We are here, T-Mart Productions, Promotions. Marty, thank you for letting us do this today. And this is the wrestling gathering. And look who I found here at the gathering, the Brooklyn Brawler, all the way in North Carolina. What are you doing here?
And look who I found here, Bill Apter.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other in a long time.
In many, many years, but you're a staple in the business.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So what I wanted to talk to you about, the days that you were in WWE, what was your finest moments in the ring? Not back, I know you were an agent and stuff, but what in the ring?
My finest moments in WWE would have to be having The Rock's first match ever.
Is that right?
Did you look at the Young Rock?
I did not know that.
Season 2, Episode 8, Corpus Christi. I had Rock's first match of his whole career, and he has a whole episode about it.
Actually, I love that show. So let's go back now. Rocky Johnson and Apter Johnson's child.
I had Rocky Johnson's first match in WWE. WWF at the time.
So you had both The Rock's first match and Rocky Johnson's first match.
Right. And
wow.
And Rock even says that in the episode.
Yeah, see, that's got to be a world record there because
there's no world records. There's either do your job or don't do your job.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, no one else has wrestled the father and son. Yeah.
Generations.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I had The Rock's, and if I had The Rock's daughter's first match, wouldn't
that would be
I'm
something.
too old now.
Yeah, but I'd pay to see. I'll manage you.
Yeah, you can manage me.
I'll manage you for that one. Did you, the days that he was Young Rock, did you ever envision that he was going to become what he did in the wrestling business?
No. I met Rock in Corpus. I know Rock since he's like 8 years old, 9 years old, because his dad used to bring him in the dressing room. He used to sit there and read comic books and stuff.
I remember.
He was a skinny guy. He had like a little bit of an afro.
Yeah.
I mean, he did not look like the #1 movie star in Hollywood.
Right.
Like he is today.
Yep.
Now, I was chosen to have The Rock's first WWE match, and if you watch the episode, you could see how it happened. They called him up and they said, we're going to give you a tryout. Your dad told us to take a look at you. They chose me to be his first match, not because I'm the greatest, because I'm not selfish in the ring.
Right.
I'm generous in the ring.
Yeah.
I make the guy look good. I always hide weaknesses and accentuate strengths.
The positives.
The positives.
Yeah.
Now, when I first seen Rock as an adult, because I knew him when he was young, as an adult, he just came from the Canadian Football League.
Yes.
I said, oh, another jock. I said, every jock I ever wrestled would always flop. I wrestled bodybuilders. I've wrestled so many different people.
Oh yeah, shoot fighters.
I thought he was going to be a flash in the pan. You know, I thought it would be nothing. So what I did was I took him to the side. I said, Rock, I'm going to do this, and this. He never said nothing. Later in his book, he wrote, I was blessed enough to have Steve Lombardi be my very first match. He said, but he did not know that I went in the corner and wrote every word he said down on a napkin, and I memorized it.
Wow.
We went in the ring, and he hit every high spot, every move, everything. Now, the thing that got him his huge contract 2 days later was when I got him in the hold, and you'll see it if you watch the episode.
Yeah.
I had him in the hold on the bottom, in a headlock on the ground, and he goes, what are we going to do now? And I said, just shut up let's see if these people give a shit about you. And I started cranking it and cranking it and cranking it, and then he started coming up with his hand, and the people started coming up with him. And when the people came up with him, they showed Vince, the actor playing Vince.
Yeah.
Looking at him like, wait a minute now. And Hunter was in the dressing room, and Stone Cold Steve Austin was stunned. It was what did they call him before that? They call him the ringmaster.
Yeah, the ringmaster.
He hated it.
Right.
He goes, Vince says, my wrestling does my talking, but and Rock said to him, but does it? He goes, hell yeah, but my talking does my talking more too. And that's exactly what happened. And Hunter walks over. He's a little skinny guy. He looks like a pirate.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Jean Paul.
Did I hear right? This is your very first match? And then Rock goes, yeah. He goes, I'm going to be the Intercontinental Champion. Triple H said to him, within 3 months, he goes, and Rock, cockily, but I don't think he wanted it to be cockily, he said, oh, the same title that Don Morocco had me wear.
Whoa.
You're going to really like it when you wear it. He goes, Triple H says, maybe you could take a picture with me with it and buy some ring gear that matches. Yeah. Rock says, talking about ring gear, he had like a walking stick, like one of them, well, I don't know what you call it, when you just carry it as a prop.
Yeah.
He says, this cane you got right here, he goes, I'd like to shine it up, turn it sideways. And they didn't let him finish that sentence, and Mankind walked in. And Mankind says, I feel real sorry for you because you're going to win your very first match. He goes, what do you mean? He goes, if you win your first match, Vince is going to be looking for reaction. If you lose your first match, Vince ain't going to be looking as closely, which I don't think was great advice.
Yeah.
But that's the way it happened.
Yeah.
And that is on Season 2, Episode 8.
That is
it is titled
story.
Corpus Christi, because it happened in 1996 in Corpus Christi, Texas. Rock has never had a match in front of an audience in his life until he was with me, and all he had in the bank was $7.
I remember him telling me that.
Who, Rock?
Yeah.
He sent me a big giant picture of him hip tossing me with $7 in the glass. And it said on the bottom, Steve, I can never thank you enough. I had $7 to my name, and until I wrestled you, your brother, The Rock, love you.
Do you still talk with him?
I occasionally, very rare, not as much.
It's hard to get a hold of.
Not really. He put me in his episode.
Yeah.
And it made me some cash.
But he remembered. That's the wonderful
He said it
thing
right
about
in there too. He goes, "I'll never forget this.
Yeah.
I'll never forget this," and it's a proud moment. And I wrestled him about 3 times after that in the guard and in different
I
places.
remember some of the matches.
After he became famous.
Yeah.
So I just told you the episode. Now go and watch it. Season 2, Episode 8, Corpus Christi. Don't miss it.
And don't miss this. Tell everybody what you're doing these days.
What I'm doing these days is I'm doing a lot of autograph sessions.
Yeah, like here at the Gathering?
At the Gathering, which will be tomorrow.
This isn't being run tonight, so it will have already happened.
Okay.
Did you have a great time?
So far, I've had a great time.
Well, of course. For people that are watching this a month down the line, this is a hell of a convention.
It's a hell of a convention, one of the best I've ever been on.
Yeah.
There's going to be 2 identities tomorrow. There's going to be the Brooklyn Brawler,
right?
And then there's going to be a separate autograph session with Kim Chi.
Oh, Kim Chi. What was Kamala like, Kim?
Kamala, he used to slap his belly and walk over to me, and I used to go, "Baluga, ooga, ooga, ooga." But what he was actually saying is, Kim Chi, I done forgot everything I'm supposed to do. And I said, James, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do that. He goes, "Ooga, ooga, ooga." I go, "Duba, duba." And then he went out and he did it. And that's the bottom line, because the Brooklyn Brawler said so.
All right, last question, and if you don't want to answer it, it's fine. I'm asking everybody this. Nobody in the world thought that Vince McMahon was going to announce his retirement. and it doesn't matter what the circumstances were. We thought that he'd never announce his retirement. You worked for him for how many years?
32 years.
Yeah. So what's your feeling about the whole?
I respect him. He made me a rich man. He made me a well-off man.
Right.
He always did me right. I always respected everything he did. People are beginning to understand today that the word jobber is now labeled architect.
Yeah, well, that's great. That's great.
Every person I wrestled, every person that beat me, I would say 60% of them I could beat the hell out of in real life.
Wow.
So that's the way it works.
So he told me he could beat the hell out of me in real life too. So
I could beat the hell out of you.
When the camera goes off, we're going to have to see what the story is.
Let's do it with the camera on.
No, I can't do that with the camera on. It's against my contract.
Did we sign a contract?
Oh, I did.
Where's-
It's right here on the
Right underneath my check?
yeah, right. That was it. Hey, thank you. It was such a pleasure to have you here on the Apter chat.
Okay, you could shut the thing off now.
No, wait. For the Brooklyn Brawler and Kim Chi and Bill Apter, if you wouldn't mind pointing out to the camera, we'll see you
See you
at the matches.
at the matches.